with that, we're going to move on to our last segment, which is essentially just I'm going to let B rant here for 15 minutes on the Bears.
Hell yeah, I've been waiting about this. I've been waiting for this all week.
You've been texting me this for months.
Oh, man. I'm on to at least 26 years of pain onto y'all.
It was this one. So,
Yeah.
the Bears are in an interesting situation. Before I let you rate and tirade, and the Bears fans who are right now tuning into this, thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate you guys. B is our regional Bears fan here on the RFL show. Please tell us in the comment section what you would love to see the Bears do with their 2 first-round draft picks in the 2024 NFL draft. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We do these every week. We do release videos weekly with our segments coming out after. Okay, with that, B, tell me what you would love to see the Bears do this offseason to get them back to relevance.
Here we go. So, like I said, I'm going to unleash 26 years of pain here. And for those that don't know, it's a new kind of segment idea that we came up with last week. We have a segment called like How Will We Fix the Chargers? So I am honored to talk about how much pain the Bears give me and what I would do if I was Kevin Warren and how would I fix the Bears. So I've broken up my thoughts into a couple of different pathways here. First, I'll talk about the staff and what I would change there. And then we'll go to the actual roster. So for the staff, if I'm Kevin Warren, I'm actually going to retain Ryan Poles. I know there's a lot of thoughts and people out there on at least Bears Twitter, we should probably let go of Ryan. Maybe it'd be easier to bring in the GM and new staff at once. They're on the same page, all that stuff. I for one, think that Ryan Poles has done an okay to good job so far. I won't go all the details here, but I will let him finish out his rebuilding vision, and I'm going to keep him on staff. So that's my first move. And then, if you guys know me at all, you guys will know my answer to this. Flus is gone. On January 8th, okay? Not even. On January 7th, whatever the last game is, as soon as that clock hits all zeros, I'm telling buddy, you got to move out, bro. Like, you are done. Might as well cancel your lease right now. Yeah, I don't know where you're staying, but I already got people there moving like your stuff right now, actually, in like boxes. You are gone. Okay. And I'm going with, of course, if you're a Bears fan, you're probably thinking the same way. I'm going with an offensive focused mind for a new head coach. So there are a couple names out there. Obviously, we talk about this name every year. I just have to bring it up. I doubt it'll happen. Probably 0% chance. But Jim Harbaugh is out there. If you hear this, Jim, and you want a new color blue, a color blue that you wore before, come on over. We'll love to have you. The name Ben Johnson, the Lions OC, has been thrown around for a while now. Shane Waldron, the Seahawks OC, has been out there a little bit too. You have Eric Bieniemy, of course. He's been around the circuit for a few years, haven't been able to get that head coaching gig. Maybe that could be a viable option there for the Bears. This is a name might actually shock you, but I was doing some research. I'm like, it makes sense. He has experience. He's been around for a while, and he's with a team right now that's pretty bad, but maybe they can turn things around with the Bears. Bill O'Brien. I kind of forgot about him, but he's out there right now in good old Boston area. Yeah. I know, it's shocking. I know, but he has experience. I do have him listed like 6 on my list, so I'm not going to be jumping for joy if we get him. But he's out there. And another name that's a little bit. He's not as well known, but he took a big jump in his career going into the season because the guy ahead of him got hired for a head coach gig. Brian Johnson, the Eagles OC, and his name kind of sparked a little bit in case if the Bears do go the route of staying with Fields. He worked with Hurts for a couple seasons. He worked with Fields, it's just like the same skill set. See what happens there. Okay, so enough about possible names for the head coaching job for the Bears. Okay.
Moving on.
Questions. Okay, questions from
I
the press. Okay.
from the press. I got
I
one
got you.
additional name I think you should look into. Uh, Maybe the Bears, since we're talking about college coaches, go with Harbaugh and stuff. Why not Kalen DeBoer?
I don't even know who is that. I don't even know.
You know who that is? I
So
guarantee you know who that
I
is.
don't.
You just watched a bunch of his team. He's the Washington Huskies head
Oh,
coach. Now, again,
oh, you know.
I was very much
Okay.
impressed with watching their offense. They used a lot of shifts. They used a lot of motions and stuff. They went to more compact formations to try to get the defense to show what they're doing, making it a lot easier for Michael Penix to determine what was going on. They allowed him to make checks at the line. It got to the point where even when I was watching the tape live, I knew what the defense was going to do pre-snap because of how much motions and shifts they did. But I will also tell you, guess what his record is coaching?
At Washington or for his whole career?
Whole career as a head coach. Washington, he's 24 and
God.
2.
Okay. He's probably been coaching for a while, so give me like 110 or something like that.
He's been a head coach since it looks like he might have been at Fresno State in 2020. It might have been his first head coaching opportunity. If I'm seeing that, I might be
You said
missing that.
2021.
2020. So if you're a Washington fan, please let us know when his actual head coaching first opportunity came. But apparently, his head coaching record is 103 and 11.
That's like close. Okay.
He's a former receiver
That
at
seems like a
Sioux
viable
Falls
option.
too. He was born in South
So
Dakota.
he just wins.
He just wins everywhere he seems to go.
Am I a jerk if I feel a little bit hezzy about hiring a coach who only had college experience being head coach before making him like NFL head coach?
No, I don't think
That'd
so.
be
I
my
mean, there's
one
obviously
thought.
been some kind of trend with coaches jumping from college to the NFL. But I mean, he seems to run a good NFL style of offense. He's a former, like I say, he's a former receiver. He schemes things open well for certain receivers. So I don't know. I thought maybe put it out there as a
Is there?
potential thought for
No.
Bears fans.
No.
But anyway, I'll let you continue to
That's a
rant. Sorry.
good thought for us. No, that's a good thought for us. And I feel like a jerk because I've watched so many like he was on the Pat McAfee show or College Game Day one week, and I was watching his talk, and I didn't even know his name. So no, that's a good thought, man. Thank you. And then for the new OC who I would hire, I literally put on here no effing clue. Like I don't know because my mindset is I'm gonna hire the offensive minded coach to be head coach. So like I'm going to hire a rising OC to be the head coach. So OC can be whatever, I guess. Like we can promote some quarterback coach somewhere, I guess. Okay. I don't know. For new DC, I didn't have a whole laundry list of names here because it's like whatever. I did have Sean Desai. He is a DC for the Eagles right now as a possible reunion. He was actually the DC for the Bears back in 2020. And he was with the staff for a couple years. I think he coached corners or safeties. And I guess things might be a little bit shaky right now with the Eagles because he's got kind of replaced by Matt Patricia for DC last week and then returned out well, I guess, for the team. But I don't know. Maybe things are shaky there. Another guy who's actually in Hallis Hall right now, and this guy interviewed for the DC role of the Chargers last year. He is Dave Borgonzi. He's the current Bears linebacker coach. So obviously, usually when the head coach is fired, the whole staff kind of moves on. But maybe Kevin Warren, seeing as though this guy wants to take a step into a DC role, might want to retain him and just keep him here in Chi-Town.
What about Jared
Lastly,
Mayo?
a name. Yeah, Jared Mayo is another name I saw. I was thinking about but that one too. Another name that you know actually. It was pretty intriguing, I think. Jim Leonard. He interviewed for a DC role
that
last
would be
year.
a good
Yeah.
with the Packers.
Yeah, I
Former
was like,
Wisconsin defensive
maybe.
coordinator. Okay. I like that. Go with the
Yeah,
Wisconsin
yeah.
program. Okay. I think
He's
they're
right
really,
down.
a
He's right
really
down
good
the
hire.
road. He's at U of I right now. So
Is
he's like
he?
right down the road. So and he interviewed for a role last year. I don't have a team, but he's been around the circuit for a while. He's been around the game for a while. I think that'd be cool hire, a cool fit. So, yeah. Do you have
That'd be a really
any
good hire.
questions from? Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I was
So,
even thinking it's like, oh, who'd be a good former like the Brian Flores or Jim Schwartz, like a guy that got an opportunity to be a head coach and flamed out. Usually they're a great defensive coordinator still. I was thinking like, oh, Brandon Staley, but no, his defenses seem terrible. Jim Leonard, I like that. I like that a lot because I know Packers fans, Wisconsin fans, actually want him to take over as the head coach when Paul Chris was fired because he had been so
mhm.
successful as a defense coordinator for so long there. And then Packers fans wanted him to come on as their defense coordinator. They wanted to fire Joe Barry and make him the defensive coordinator. So
Right.
that would be, and U of
Yeah,
I think U of I's had a good defense this year, haven't they? Is he as an
I
assistant or
think
is it
so.
an
Yeah, I didn't
actual
pull up the
defensive coordinator?
numbers. I don't think he's a defensive coordinator. I think he's more like
Just like,
like he think he's just like helping out the unit. I think yeah. I don't think
yeah,
he's the
what's
actual
that?
D
Like an
D there.
advisor or something. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that'd be
Yeah,
an exciting hire for
I'll
the
be
people.
down for that. Yeah, yeah. That
It's a
dude's an
double
awesome
dip.
coach, man.
And it's a double dip because Wisconsin people, fans of the program and the Packers, would fucking hate it if the Bears
Oh
signed
yeah.
their golden boy Jim Leonard. Oh, they would be
You know, you
rolling
know,
themselves
we
up.
can't we can't beat them on the fields. We gotta beat them in other ways. So we gotta cause a little bit of angst there somehow. Um,
So get under their skin
but
somehow.
yeah, yeah. So for my fellow Bear fans out there, for a football fan, if you're watching this, to recap, my staff changes. If I was Kevin Warren, Flus and the gang, you're out of there. Find an offensive minded OC, a rising OC, hire him as head coach. And then we'll start to search for our DC and OC, and then we just keep this train moving. Um, Moving over to the roster moves. Okay, so going to this offseason, the resources the Bears have right now, their estimated cap space for 2024 is $53 million. I thought it was a little bit lower than what I thought I saw on Twitter and stuff like that, but the article I read says $53 million. So if I'm wrong about that, sorry. And then the projected draft picks I have for 2024 include 2 first-round picks, a third-round pick, two fourths, and a fifth. They do have 5 picks in the top like 130 ish. So got some room there for good old draft picks. Talk about the roster though. Talk about the players. The players are on the team right now. Eddie Jackson, Cody White here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Eddie
This is
Jackson getting
more
a cut.
emotional for Eddie. I'm about to say it's really emotional for me to
Oh,
say this because Eddie's my like dude, but
man,
Cody White here.
Eddie.
I don't care, dude. You are gone. Okay,
You're gonna get your
but
release when
Eddie,
he
I
gets
think
his
he'll
release.
be. Yeah, it's gonna hit good when he's gone. Let's just say that. But I think Eddie, there's enough there to salvage like his play at least, but his contract is pretty hefty right now. So I think he's gonna be a victim just like trying to save cap space here. Cutting Eddie and Cody White here results in the Bears saving $22 million in cap space. So from what I saw in my research, after making those two moves, the Bears would increase their cap space from 53 million to around 75. Um, I just think it's the way it goes. Unless he wants to restructure his deal somehow, I'm not sure how that works with the cap stuff. I've been a football fan my whole life, but still don't understand about the cap moves and stuff like that. So, let's Eddie Jackson wants to restructure somehow. That's fine. But Cody Whitehair, you have no choice, dude. You are gone. And of course, we have to give a bag to Jalen Johnson. He definitely deserves it. Extend that man for 3 or 4 seasons. If not, if both sides still can't see eye to eye, you have to tag them. But either way, Jalen Johnson's staying here. Another emotional one, but it's just the way it works. I am not going to extend Darnell Mooney. Reasoning: this wasn't a whole lot on the field this year, and they also have rookie Tyler Scott right now, and Tyler Scott's skill set is pretty much the same to like Mooney's. So I'm going with the cheaper option here, the younger option too. I'm keeping Tyler Scott for that wide receiver, I guess 3 role. And I'm letting Mooney walk. And Lucas Patrick, fan favorite. I say that with a lot of cringe, angst, and pain because we know he is not a fan favorite. I am not re-signing him unless, it's like a $1 million guard or center depth role. But sorry, he is gone too. Okay, so let's go after making all those moves. Sorry. Yep.
So it looks like most of your stuff was not re-signing. The only cuts you made were Eddie Jackson and Cody Whitehair. Both look like they aren't eligible for restructure. I'm on spot track.
Thank you. Research
with those moves, the Bears would have $85 million in cap space for 2024.
Thank you.
The highest cap hit would be Montez.
We are making moves. Mm-hmm. Love that. Thank you for that. So after making those moves, we have $85 million. And again, cutting Whitehair, cutting Jackson. We're going to extend Jalen, give him that well-earned bag, letting Mooney walk, and go and let Patrick walk, which is whatever. And then, okay, so now we're going to free agency, okay, y'all? And right now I have the big spots of need. We need a starting free safety. We need a starting center. We need another edge. And then we need a nice wide receiver 2. We need a tight end 2. And then, of course, we need some O-line depth, right? And quarterback, question mark. We'll get to that in a second. That's a tease. All right, so free agent targets, the top free agents out there, okay? There's actually a lot of big names. I didn't know these many big names will be out there. Well, of course, like we still have yet to see if they'll actually hit the open market. But some of the names out there, Josh Allen, of course, edge, not the quarterback. T. Higgins, Brian Burns, Antoine Winfield Jr., Michael Pittman Jr., Daniil Hunter, Mike Evans, and Calvin Ridley, which I thought Ridley just like started playing with the Jags, but I guess because he was he didn't play the whole year, so maybe that counts as like a year in his contract. I don't know. Now again, these guys might not hit the market. They might get extended, tagged, whatever. But there's a good amount of receivers and edges out there that if Ryan Poles decides to be aggressive, now I don't expect him to be in the free agent market because he spent a lot of money this year. He gave Edmonds a bag. He signed Edwards. He extended Kmet. I'm missing one, I think. Oh, Sweat, of course. We inherited his contract.
Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, and then we'll give Jalen his well-deserved bag. So I don't expect him to be a big baller in free agency, but if he did want to take up like a Mike Evans, even though he's a little bit older or whatever, or a Brian Burns to sure up the edge there, I'll be in favor of that. So
let's do this.
So go ahead.
So let's do this. Tell me which receiver you want to add, and I can add him to your roster and give him a salary cap hit, so we can see how it looks.
Oh, I like this.
Okay.
I like this.
It's
like deal or like no deal. Out of this list here, I would want to try to go after. Let's see what T. Higgins could do with this Bears roster.
T. Higgins. So does that take you out of the Marvin Harrison Jr. sweepstakes then?
It could. We'll get to that in a second. That's a second tease.
Oh, okay. I love being teased. All right. And who else you want to add? You want to add an edge? What edge are we adding here?
We can just go for fun. I personally want to add 2 big names because they want to save up a little bit of cap space and address it in the draft. But let's just say this is Madden, and I want me some Brian Burns. Come on down. Come on down.
The Panthers just re-signed him. Who else you want?
Oh,
I got to be realistic.
Well,
Come
I guess
on. I
gotta make it realistic. I thought it was gonna be a fun game here, but okay, I got sweat a little bit. Give me Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Okay. Yeah. Might as well go big or go bro.
Why is he not on my list of free agents?
Oh, he's not. I thought he'd be on there. If he's not, then the PFF sucks. That's all I'm gonna say.
Maybe they do.
I read some guy's article of the top 100 free agent targets, and you was definitely on there.
So the available free agents we have here are Brian Burns, Yannick Ngakwe, Brandon Graham, Danico Autry, Calais Campbell. It's got lists of a bunch of other guys. Marcus Davenport's a good one. Dwayne Smoot is a good one. Let's see who else we got here. Ooh, Dante Fowler Jr., Chase Young potentially, Jordan Phillips.
Just for sake of example, let's go with that Davenport guy just to keep it flowing.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I mean to interrupt the flow too much here. So let's add Davenport on to here. He's from Minnesota too. Any other free agents you want? Any last minute free agents?
That's all. We're good. We're good on that.
So you signed T. Higgins for $24 million.
Nice. Okay. 24 big ones.
Marcus Davenport, you got a good deal on him. You signed him for $13 million.
Okay. So
that leaves you about $27 million in free.
Nice. Okay. So you're playing around with 60-ish left after that, 50 something ish, whatever. It's in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, after of course we send Jalen, so it'll be a little bit less than that too. So cool. So let's just say like 40-ish.
Actually, in this case,
I already factored it in.
I signed Jalen Johnson to $21 million.
Nice. Okay.
So we're playing around 27 million with all those.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Okay. So now we just addressed the free agents. We got receiver and an edge. And this takes me to my next point about the draft. So as of right this second, going to week 16, the Bears hold the first pick and they hold the 5th pick. And guys, I'm only going to go through the first round. I'm not going to give you a 7-round mock of what I think the Bears will do. So we're talking about the first round. The first round here only, okay? They had the first pick and the 5th pick, and again, that is subject to change the way the season pans out, but whatever. This is why I went after a receiver in free agency, because we might be out of the MHJ sweepstakes, being at pick 5. Now, if this was at 3, it would be a little bit different. And I know Malik Neighbors is there, all that stuff, but my mindset, I wanted that true prototypical X receiver. Tall guy, they can high point the ball, jump ball, all that stuff. Higgins fits that mold, just like Marvin. So that's why I went the way I did. Sorry, y'all, if y'all are mad about that. But okay, whatever. So let's talk about the main event, the quarterback. Okay. If I'm Ryan Poles, what am I doing with that first pick? And it's tough. It's tough, man. Because at one hand, you can trade back. You can get at least 3 firsts, maybe a player. We keep our hometown hero Justin here in Chicago, and whatever. And if you take Caleb at 1, you get a pure passer. You get to reset the quarterback clock. As you just heard, we spent a lot of money on other pieces, so maybe we don't want to give Justin a bag in 2 years or whatever. But I think it's not what I really want. So don't curse me out yet, Bears fans. But I think Ryan will take Caleb at number 1. And the reason why, well, there's many reasons, but think of it from his POV. Okay? I know it's a shocker. I feel like puking when I say it, but I think that 1, Caleb is a really good prospect. Okay? He might not be generational, but he is good. Okay? And if you're Ryan Poles, right? And let's say Kevin Warren comes to your office and say, hey, I'm about to can the entire staff. You hired that staff. This team did not perform to the level that we want them to this season. Why should I keep you around? What do you think the first thing Ryan Poles might say is? Well, I didn't draft my own quarterback. I didn't draft Fields. Let me go get my guy, right? Because that buys him another 3 years to see how the new guy pans out. So that's why, one of the main reasons why I think they will move on from Fields. And it's sad to say, but he just might be that scapegoat. He might. And kind of makes sense too to bring in a new head coach who will also be the play caller. pair him with the new quarterback, happy marriage, and maybe the Bears finally have a good offense after 100 years of not having a good offense. Whatever. But let's go to my second point. Okay, let's say the Bears somehow lose the first pick. I think, for me personally, this where things will get intriguing, right? Because again, I'm speaking for myself. Ryan Poles said a couple weeks ago that he will have to take a quarterback if the quarterback, quotes unquote, blows him away. Okay, so it's obviously a beauties and a high of the beholder scenario. How does Ryan Poles feel about the rest of the QB class outside of Caleb? For me personally, none of the other quarterbacks have blown me away. Drake May's good. He's good. He's a great prospect. But does he, in Ryan Poles' criteria, blow me away? He does not. So what happens then? I don't know. Maybe the Bears stick with Fields. It's possible. Or, again, if Ryan Poles falls on the sword of, hey, you gotta let me have more time with this franchise because I didn't take my own guy, maybe he just goes with a Drake May. Maybe he goes with a Jaden Daniels. I don't know. But I think if the Bears are at 1, I'm putting my money on them drafting Caleb, even though I want Justin to pan out. I'm not saying I'm done with Justin. I love him. But I'm trying to think of the mind of Ryan Poles. And then with the 5th pick, they're out of range of Marvin. So, and then in our made up example, we took an edge. So we don't need like a, what's his first name? Something Verse out of Florida State. We probably don't need to go after him. Yep, thank you. Maybe this is the prime example where Ryan Poles does trade back a little bit. Maybe he wants a few picks. Maybe he already addressed a quarterback spot with Caleb. Or maybe go grab yourself a Brock Bowers. We just said we need another tight end. We need a receiving tight end. Cole Kmet's great, but he's more on the blocking spectrum of tight end. Go get yourself Brock Bowers, maybe. But, okay. So as a recap, I know I said a lot here. Depending on what Ryan Poles does in free agency, that'll set up the draft. As of right now, the Bears at picks 1 and 5. I do think at 1, they'll take a quarterback. I think at 5, you address the offensive weapons and get yourself a Brock Bowers, or hey, maybe if you want to trade back a little bit and get neighbors, sure up that room, sure, do it. But yeah, I'm gonna go puke now because I feel sad. And scene. We're done.
Well, we got that therapy session out of the way. Yeah, I absolutely agree with a lot of the decisions you make. I think coaches influences got to go with the young guy, offensive coordinator. And when I kind of think about the Washington example, the more I kind of like bringing in that guy. He's a young, maybe under the radar signing. And it's not like Washington's known for getting handed all these elite 5-star prospects. So I think he's really good at working with what he has, which is a much more translatable skill to the NFL than being able to be your own GM, like Nick Saban experienced or a Chip Kelly experienced, where they're just these elite recruiter guys. So I think that might translate well. So I think I'm more just selling myself on that idea. Quarterback situation, yep. I agree. Here's why I agree. It'd be time to move on from Justin Fields, not because I think Justin's bad. Just it's time to reset the clock. I mean, you can draft, as we kind of discussed in our Jaden Daniels video, you can draft a Jaden Daniels and get pretty much where Justin Fields is right now in his current development, but resetting the rookie clock. So whether you want to take Jaden Daniels at 5 and you want to go with Marvin Harrison Jr. at 1 or a different offensive weapon or something in the trenches with one of those first 2 picks, it opens you up to more options in that regard. Plus, you're going to be able to flip Justin Fields for hopefully a 2nd or 3rd round pick from whoever trades for him, Atlanta. But whoever trades for him, wherever he may end up going. So yeah, I think it gives you more draft capital work. I would love to see them boost that room with T. Higgins, and then you still take Marvin Harrison Jr. Just really overkill the position with fantastic receivers. Oh, that would be so fun to watch for whoever they bring in at quarterback. Awesome. Yeah, and that's just I think that might be, if he did do that and Marvin Harrison Jr. panned out like he's supposed to pan out, you may just have the best wide receiver room in NFL history at that point.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, so I mean, even then you can spend the rest of the draft pretty much just focusing on the trenches with either O line or D line, but building that up. I think those moves would all make great progress to bringing the Bears back to relevance, and then the Jim Leonard hiring at defensive coordinator would be fantastic. But yeah, I think you got to get in the draft. I think you got to go special with your first two picks. You get a new quarterback just to reset that clock. Not again, nothing against Justin Fields, but it does save you a lot of money. And then yeah, building the trenches there. But thank you so much for tuning in. I think this guy's gonna love here. Yeah. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell us what you think about B's plan for rebuilding the Bears. Let us know what you do differently. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We do this every week. We always enjoy talking with you guys down there. Until next time, it's been Emmett, it's been B. We're the RFL show. You guys can check us on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, and Instagram and Twitter. But y'all have a good night, okay? Have to